Hi, I'm Steve. You can call me Steve. On rare occasions when I've been sick or injured, energy has been poured into my body. In most cases, it took the form of a hot water bottle. Other times it's been x-rays, or in one case involving stiff muscles, electric current. All of these are well understood, well documented forms of energy. They were administered by trained professionals, apart from the hot water bottle, for specific purposes, for diagnostics, or to relieve a specific condition. They were not administered by some random dude waving his hands over me to tune my life force. The pseudoscience of energy manipulation is called Reiki. Reiki's fans call the energy they manipulate Qi. Qi is a Chinese concept that goes back thousands of years and turns up in a lot of different alternative therapies, including reflexology, which I've already talked about. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to focus on this one particular flavor of energy therapy. Like most forms of pseudoscience that claim ancient and mystic wisdom, Reiki originated in the 20th century. It was developed in Japan by Mikao Usui, who trained hundreds of people in its use over 4 years. He was in the middle of teaching it when he suffered a stroke and died. Why he wasn't able to balance his qi and prevent this is a question that Reiki adherents seem to carefully not be thinking about. Just to be absolutely clear, energy healing is not a thing. You cannot cure an illness by waving at someone. Laying on of hands only works if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons and you're the paladin. Like every alternative form of treatment, Reiki has absolutely failed to demonstrate any tangible effect under controlled conditions. Any anecdotes of somebody miraculously getting better after a Reiki treatment are either an example of the placebo effect, greatly exaggerated, or outright lies. Qi is not real either. 2,500 years ago, it was a valid hypothesis to explain why some types of matter was alive and self-regenerating, like flesh, while other types just sat there and did nothing, like rocks. However, once a better explanation came along, it should have fallen by the wayside. The difference between real science and pseudoscience is that the real type discards its failed hypotheses. The history of science is littered with the corpses of failed explanations. Pseudoscience, on the other hand, never met a bad idea it didn't like, and just keeps collecting more and more of them over time. Purveyors of Reiki call themselves masters and grade themselves by level. Real doctors don't call themselves 11th level masters of cardiology. Thing is, there's no governing body that controls who can and cannot call themselves a Reiki master. Anybody can claim the title, or better yet, call themselves a sensei and charge other people for certification as a Reiki master. Like most alternative therapies, Reiki is not by itself harmful. The only immediate danger is to your wallet if you pay some charlatan to feel you up. However, as I mentioned in the reflexology video, going to get Reiki instead of real medical treatment could waste valuable time that a patient might not have if their condition is serious enough. That's Reiki. It's a relatively new flavor of pseudoscience that recycles old, discredited ideas. It's a fringe form of nonsense that should carry a "for entertainment purposes only" disclaimer. If you're considering doing it, please don't. If you're unwell, seek medical help. If you're doing it for emotional or spiritual reasons, see a counselor or a therapist, or look into proven stress reduction techniques. All Reiki will do is cost you money and time you may not be able to afford. Thanks for watching. I've been Steve.